Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a weekly singles forecast. Today, I'm going to ask the spirit guides and our angels, what is next in love? What's coming towards you? What do they want you to know for the week ahead? We're heading into the first week here in August. Hard to believe that we're here in August already. So let's see what our spirit guides have for us. This is for any sign that you may be thinking of. I do have some charms, some initials, clues, evidence, and whatever spirit wants to share with me today. So sit back and relax and see what your week has in store for you. For love, it's for my singles. No exes, no past. We don't want that. We are all trying to move forward here. Let's call in our angels. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to understand about a connection or connection coming towards us? Things to think about. Any evidence and clues that you have for us to confirm. I am listening for you now. Can't believe it's August. Leo season. Spirit, please share with me. What do we have? I have long distance. Okay. It wasn't so much a long distance relationship, I felt. It was more of a, I can see you on the horizon. You're not that far away. It was more of a, if I could see you, you're coming towards me. Okay, so it's a little bit of a, yeah, the distance seems far, but it's still in motion. It's like a boat coming into shore. So I did feel that. I do feel the motion. I have a twin flame, a spiritual alignment. Okay. It was a little bit of a boom. Okay. It was, I mean, there are fireworks between certain people, but sometimes it's an energy that you can't explain, like angst, I guess, or tension, nervousness. And you're kind of like, why is this person making me feel this way? Uncomfortable for some reason. Because the attraction is there, or because the energy is so high you can't define it. That could be going on, but very angsty. And I think I can't put my finger on it. I feel like, why? Okay. Why do you make me feel this way? Sometimes we don't know, we think we're in control. We think that I know who I am. I know my feelings. And then all of a sudden we're like out the window with those feelings, and all these new feelings have come in that we don't recognize. So I kind of feel like somebody has done that. I have a wallflower, withholding, waiting. It was a little bit of, I always feel like I'm the last one chosen. Not necessarily, people who are very, very attractive, they struggle with it also. They struggle with things like they're so attractive that people don't approach them because they think that somebody else will just come and swoop them away, or that they must have a ton of people that are chasing them already. So I'm not going to go after that person. So no, there's somebody for everybody, Spirit's saying. And no matter who you are, this person's going to love you for you. Okay. They're going to see the real you. And that's what you want. You want somebody who wants you for the, what's on the inside. And that's more important. But yeah, this feeling of, I feel like I'm always waiting and, but waiting for the right one. I have true love, pure love, an honest connection. You could be with just anybody. I mean, there's a million people that would just be casual. There's a million hookups out there. But nobody wants that. I mean, that's, it's shallow. It's not going to go anywhere. It's like using energy. I want a true connection. I want a real connection. I want to make it last. I want something that's going to be forever. I have an Ice Queen. Oh boy, have I been putting off a vibe of I'm not available. Be careful with that. You might not even be aware of it. You keep your head down. You don't make eye contact. You don't smile to strangers. Be friendly. Don't be shy if that's the case. I mean, you don't want to be like walking down the street and saying hello to everybody. But if somebody within reason in a comfortable environment starts a conversation with you, don't put up that false face of like, don't come near me. I'm not interested in anybody. If you are looking for somebody, because God will put people right in front of you, and sometimes you just are not aware of it. I have obstacles. I'm working through something. I'm pushing past something. I'm overcoming something. That could be just something you're working on. I'm working on myself right now. I'm working on healing. Okay, so if that's something that you're doing, you're not quite ready for, relationship or starting something, then that's something you need to do. So we just get through that. I have communication. Expect a call. Okay, I've been waiting. I always say be careful that you don't have a pen pal. Okay, you don't need an emotional pen pal. You're not falling in love with somebody over the phone. People can sit there and talk to 6 different people at the same time, and you think that you're the only one. You want to make sure this person is seeing you in person. They want to see you in person. Otherwise, you could just be wasting your time in entertaining somebody, okay, and filling some kind of an emotional void that they don't ever want anything more than just somebody texting them and telling them how amazing they are. So you want to be careful with that kind of energy. But I do like the feeling of expect a call. That maybe somebody on your mind, we're starting to communicate a little bit more, or this person is starting to reach out. They said they were going to reach out, and they do. So we could have a little bit of a communication this week with somebody going back and forth. So that feels encouraging. Let's see what they say. I have a star. I have a magician. Strength, and an 8 of Cups. A little bit of be prepared to walk away from the wrong one, okay, that you can say no, okay, you have the courage, you have the strength. This was more of a keep waiting and keep believing in the person that you want. It's a little bit of I do want it all. I don't need perfect. I don't need, I need perfect for me, right? So there was a feeling of I'm going to say no to the wrong one. And you know that about yourself. But I also feel like whatever this is pretty strong energy. This is that boom that I felt a minute ago. This is wishes come true, or somebody coming into your energy that checks all the boxes. Somebody that they're saying entertains you. So this person could have a great sense of humor. They could be very personable. They could tell great stories. They could be somebody who likes to do things and get out of the house and, be out and about, and, and they could be, doesn't have to be, big, huge field trip. It can be just we're running around and doing some things that are local that I didn't even know existed. So I feel like this person there is a sense of entertaining. Are they an entertainment? Are they literally an entertainer of some kind, a musician, comedy, actor, in a band, anything like that? So theater, so there was a sense of, or are you inspiring to be any of those things? Spirit, please share with me. I have a 7 of Swords. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a 2 of Swords, and I have a 9 of Cups. I feel like you are going through a transition. This felt more like give me time to learn to trust again. And that's okay. I get it. I don't want you to jump into something if you have really been burnt by somebody. But I do feel like you're opening your heart. I do feel like you are realizing that there is somebody out there that has the capacity to love and to love again. And that could be you. You know, like I definitely have the ability to love again, even though I've been hurt, even though I've been lied to, cheated on, toxic relationship, craziness. I have the ability to love again. Okay. I'm not going to let that person take it away from me. I'm not going to let that person take away my future happiness. So I do respect that. I do feel like you are opening up your heart. And I do feel like, I'm going to say learning to trust again. Okay. So the person who came into you, I'm going to say is a trusting, you know, there's a sense of trusting, you know, trust me. Okay. And I don't feel like you hesitate. You know, either this person just has one of those personalities that it's really easy to see that they aren't a manipulator or they're not out to get you. You're just not getting any of those vibes. So I do feel like you are definitely learning to trust again. Spirit, please share with me some loving energy. What do you need us to know about this connection at this time? Let's see. I have a proposal. An offer of a proposal. I don't know if it's a marriage proposal, but it felt like an offer. Okay. It felt like she's holding a letter. That could be the message. That could be the call. It could be just an offer to spend time together. An offer to, hey, if I'm willing to give this a chance, are you willing to give this a chance? Are you open to putting some time into us to see if there's anything here? So I feel more like that than where I'm not ready for any kind of formal offer yet, but I am open to a discussion about I'm willing to give this a chance. I have just relax. Let's just enjoy being together. Okay. I hesitate with the person who sometimes says, I don't want to put a title on it. I don't want to define it, because that person to me feels like they're an avoidant. I think it's okay for a short period of time that we can just say, let's just enjoy each other. And then when the time comes, we can both be in agreement to move forward and to have a different, you know, level of a relationship. So we could be entering into, hey, you know, let's keep it simple for now. Even though there's this feeling of high energy. I do feel like maybe we're both kind of confused by that. Like, we could both jump in. We could both jump in really, really fast and furious. We could both kind of go on this rocket ship ride. But I think both of us are pulling in the reins at the same time, going, I feel like we're going to be making a huge mistake if we really let this energy take off. So I feel like we're both in our own way trying to calm it down and trying to go at a more reasonable pace. But I do have the feeling it has a potential to just take off like a rocket ship. And I don't want to wake up one day and realize we went from 0 to we're with each other 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we kind of missed all the in between. So there's something going on with that. I have a wedding, taking a relationship to the next level. So I feel like somebody does not want to be rushed. They would not want to be pushed into a commitment. Not that they're not open to it, but if in, you know, a handful of months or 6 months, you're already saying, I need to know if you're going to spend the rest of your life with me, this person's probably going to run. They're going to, you know, it's a, how do I want to say it? What's that saying? Like, hurry up and slow down, you know, like hurry up and wait, you know, something like that. That's how I feel. I have a surprise, a romantic surprise. I do feel like this person is ready to share with you. They want to spend more time with you. I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to say, I want to talk about spending as much time with you as we can. So I think that that in and of itself is telling you that I'm interested in you. Let's see if we can start to get a handful of clues. Spirit, what is it that you have about this connection? What do you want us to know? Quiet nights at home. I like that. Okay. So they're entertaining, just hanging out at home, watching a movie. Could be fun, eating dinner, you know, making dinner. Maybe that you're both good cooks. Maybe you enjoy making dinner together and just hanging around the house and having a barbecue or hanging out on the back deck, something like that. Quiet nights at home. I have long hair. Could be you, could be them. I have light colored hair. I love to eat out. So I like quiet nights at home, but I like to go out to eat too. So, you know, kind of the best of both worlds there. I have 2 siblings. I love sports. Somebody loves sports. I'm an oldest child. Okay, those are good clues. I am a junk food. I am an admitted junk food junkie. You know, that felt funny for a second because I felt like I had all kinds of wrappers in my car. I felt like I had fast food wrappers in my car, not in a gross way, but here, let me just clean those up real quick before you get in. I stopped and went through McDonald's before I got here. So I do feel like this person probably, they could be on the fly. They could be, you know, live out of their car for work, or they're always, you know, kind of in motion, and they have to pick up food quick. You know, they stop at these places, but fast food and junk food. I have creative. I want to go to trips to faraway places. I want to travel. I wear shorts. I love shorts. I love pets. I want pets. I want a house full of pets. I could be in the building trade. Okay, maybe I work out of my car. I'm always in my car. I'm always in a truck. I need a shadow. I have a shadow at the end of the day. I need a shave. So maybe somebody who has dark hair, facial hair. I'm very close to my family. I feel like I swing by my family. Like I either swing by my mother's house every day to check on her. I run in, make sure she's okay. So I kind of feel like, not that they're a caregiver, but they're very touch base energy. So they could live very close to their parents. They could live, you know, on the way to or from work. They stop in and say hi, even if it's for 5 minutes, just to see if, you know, they need anything or everything's okay. So there's something going on with that. I have blonde hair. Let's get one more of these. And I have handsome. Okay, so somebody is handsome. Nice. We'll take handsome. That's always good. Let's get some initials. Let's see what the initials are saying today. Some of you may have somebody that you're thinking of, and maybe you've already gotten a couple of clues already. But right now, I feel that this energy could take off. If anything, I feel like I might have to slow it down. They might have to slow it down because I don't want to ruin a good thing. You know, sometimes when it goes too fast, you wish you had taken it a little bit slower. I have an M, a V, a Q, an X. I have a W today. I have an A, an X. I have an I, an H, an I. I have a G, and I have the letter Z. Okay, so that could definitely be connecting. And then let's get some double letters since I'm right here with the letters. So first letter, second letter of either a first name or a last name. I have T-Y, A-L, R-O, P-A, P-E, L-I, L-O, A-S, C-A, let's get a couple more, L-A, and one more, H-E. Okay, so those could be connecting to some of you. Spirit, what else about this connection do we need to know at this time? Where are we headed? What is this romance all about? What's important? So let's see. What are we doing? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way, Spirit? What is about this connection? Like you said, there's a little bit of an uncomfortableness, and I don't know if it's because I'm so attracted to you or you're getting under my skin very quickly. Something's going on. I have the World. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Four of Pentacles. And I have a Five of Cups. So here's a little bit of why am I guarding myself? Okay, so you could find that you're guarding yourself and maybe you typically don't guard yourself and you're like, why in this case am I being more cautious? Maybe because your feelings are stirring, maybe because the feelings are real, maybe because you feel like there's something more going on here. And you're just hesitant that I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to fall in love too fast. You can't prevent yourself from falling in love. You're either going to fall in love or you're not. So don't worry about that. You can't make yourself not fall in love. I do feel like it's a good beginning. I mean, the Ace in the World it feels like it's good for you, is how I want to say it. That this beginning, however we start, however fast or slow, or we have to calm it down, I still feel like ultimately it's a good move. I feel like it's a good choice. I feel like you are eventually going to look at this connection as I'm lucky. There is a little part of me that says, at one point, you almost pushed it away. And you may look back at it and say, oh my God, I almost pushed away the best thing that ever happened to me because I wasn't sure of my feelings. I didn't understand these feelings. They were feelings that were different than how I felt in the past. They weren't like this crush, or they weren't, doe-eyed energy. There's a sense of you're under my skin for some reason. Either this person can trigger you, challenge you would be a good way to say it. Okay. Stand up to you. You can't, you're equal. They're going to, if you push, they'd push right back. So I would say they challenge you. And that's something that you could be not used to, but you may feel like you're going to push this connection away. I wouldn't push it away because I think ultimately you'll be really happy with it. I have a Queen of Wands. I have a Six of Swords. I have a Seven of Wands in reverse. And I have a King of Pentacles. It's interesting because I don't typically have my cards in reverse. You guys know that, but I'll take it because the way that it came into me was I don't want to fight these feelings. Okay. I'm trying hard not to overthink it or be fearful of it or push it away. Okay. So I do feel like I have to, I guess as the Queen of Wands, I would feel confident. I would feel that I trust my own judgment. I trust that if this king is good for me, then okay, let's see where it goes. Okay, just because the energy came in fast or strong, or this boom energy, doesn't mean they're a player, doesn't mean it's just sex, doesn't mean it's just going to be a hookup or a quick affair. Okay, it could mean that you just met something amazing and you just happen to feel it. Bottom of my deck, I have a star. I think there's going to be a day that you look back and say, I'm so grateful I didn't push this away. A little bit of, I'm very much on edge in the beginning. And if they say or do something weird, I'm out of here because it's too intense. But I don't think so. I think that's the part that you like. I think that's the part that's going to be the glue that holds this connection together. And I think it's because they challenge you. I really do. Let's, they make you think, spirits say. They make you think. So you're yeah, it's not, you got to work a little bit at it maybe. And that's okay. Let's get some clues. Let's see. All right. I've got too many in this bowl, so I'm trying to not spill them. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay. This one fell in my lap, so I'm going to get this one. I have a Sagittarius. Okay, let's get the letters. I have a letter X. I have a letter Y. Okay, I do have some celebrations. I've got champagne. I've got drinks. I've got a couple, like a martini glass. So I'm going to say, for those of you that like a good cocktail and you like to go out and you like to have a nice cocktail, maybe you like martinis or you like the flavored drinks like an espresso martini or something fun. I think that that's something that we enjoy, and that's fine. I think that we like a night out. I feel like we like music. Maybe we go somewhere that has a little bit of live entertainment, band music in the background. So I do feel like we like kind of atmosphere, I think I want to say. I have Pisces energy. Okay, this is a cat. I have a cat. Looks like a little girl cat. She has a bow. So I have a little girl cat. So that could be important to somebody. I have a little girl cat named Daisy. I have faith, hope. I believe. Okay, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I believe in spirit, the universe, but I do believe in something there. I have a snowflake. It was a little bit of a don't run energy. It was a little bit of, this kind of cold energy. I want you to be more open. I want you to be, let this love in. Okay. Yeah. I don't want the cold shoulder energy. I think that's what I want to say. Yeah. I'm going to put the snowflake and the mask together because I feel like whether it's you or them, I need you both to be completely open. Take off the mask. Maybe a drink helps you to be a little more vulnerable and you let down your guard just a little bit and the communication's a little bit easier and you realize I'm just talking to another human being. It's all it is, another person. And we both take off our mask and that snowflake melts. So the warmth starts to come in, something like that. But I would say in the beginning, I think we both scare each other. I think we both are, like challenging each other. And it's a kind of a, I don't know. I don't know if we're butting heads. Maybe we're just proving to each other that we're equals. That one of us isn't going to get the upper hand, or one of us isn't going to be the leader or control this relationship, that we truly are on the same level. And maybe we both have to kind of prove that to each other. Like, you're not going to throw me under the bus or belittle me or talk down to me, or I'm not going to stand for it. So there's a little bit of that in the beginning for some reason, almost like a standoffish energy. So I think it's just a challenge. I have a flip-flop. Okay, so warm weather. I have mountains. I love the mountains. I love the beach. I feel like I like it all. I like nature. I like the outdoors. I like all the seasons. But I do feel like I prefer nature and natural areas as opposed to big cities. So if I had a choice to be kind of driving around in the woods somewhere and kind of going on back roads and doing like country things, I think I'd rather do that. And then I don't know, maybe I'm not into like big crowds or big people or lots of people around me. Maybe every once in a while, but all in all, I feel like I like peace and quiet. I like cozy, comfy. I like, I guess, slower pace, energy. And maybe that's what we're trying to find together. And then I have this kind of planet. I'm just going to go with the universe. You know what? Whatever we're feeling, off the charts, rocket ship, angst, challenges, mixed emotions, taking off masks, whatever we're feeling, I do feel like the universe brought us together. And I think that we both have to just look at that and just say, that it is what it is. No two energies are ever going to react to each other the same. So you can't ever compare, like, I've never felt this way before, so therefore this can't be right. Maybe this is what it's supposed to feel like with the right person. Maybe that's why you never felt this before. Maybe you weren't with the right person. All right. Whoops, I got to go back here. Final messages. Let's see what they have for us heading into the week. They challenge you. Okay. So, or they see you as a challenge. How about that? Probably. And, that kind of person, it's kind of like game on. Okay. I can do this as much as you can do this. So a little bit of a game on. All right, here we go. Let's see. Loving messages, Spirit. What do we have? What is it that you need us to hear today? Where is this connection headed? I lose track of time when we're together. So we do enjoy being together. It's a rocket ship. It does take off. I'm so drawn to you. I just can't get enough. I do think that we are going to have to put boundaries around how much time we spend together, because this could be one of those connections where we have a Friday night date, but it ends up being like all weekend long, and we get nothing else done, and we cancel plans for everything else we had done. So we have to be careful with some of those energies. But yeah, I can't get enough of you. There's no doubt in my heart I'm yours forever. We could start feeling that pretty soon. With you, I want to experience the good, the bad, and the unpredictable. I'm not afraid of this connection. I feel the challenge. Okay. They could love you because you're unpredictable. They could love that, they're so used to saying something to somebody and getting this kind of canned response. And then they say something similar to you, and you blow them away with what your response is. So they could love that about you. You're not like everyone else. So I have a feeling that's why they're going to fall in love with you. So this is fun. This is good. A little antsy. Okay. A little challenging. We're going to see where this goes. This is a good one. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you always for being here. If you're new to the channel, you guys know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, join us. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. In the meantime, I hope you have a great week. I hope this energy crosses your path. And if it hasn't yet, we're going to ask Spirit to bring it to you now. We'll see you soon.